Hey everyone, it's Lucy from KBeautyHobbit.com. This year, instead of monthly empties videos, I've been doing fails and faves videos because that's what you told me you wanted, but I still do occasional empties ones to give you some rapid reviews and show you some products that I actually finished. These are in no particular order, and I do have full reviews for most of these on KBeautyHobbit.com. There's a little search button there kind of below my picture. It's in the blue section. It's a little magnifying glass, so you can search for any of these and get a full review and a full list of ingredients as well. These are in no particular order. The first one is AHA BHA PHA Miracle Toner by Some by Me. I really didn't like this product. I think it's way too harsh. It's marketed as being great for sensitive skin, but it has a lot of potentially irritating ingredients in it, like essential oils, which I don't have a problem with essential oils. I have a problem with them being marketed as being great for sensitive skin. And in general, I didn't see this doing anything miraculous for me. I think it's way overhyped, just not my favorite. I'm glad I'm out of it. A much better toner is Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Toning Toner. Just really nice, soothing, hydrating toner. I like this little hidden surprise in the back. If you turn it around, you can see a lovely picture of what I assume is Madagascar, but maybe not. Just really good product. I actually got a ton of Skin 1004 things. I got a big box of a lot of their stuff, and I think I got some of this Centella line in there as well. So I have a restock of this, and I have some other stuff that I'm using. Overall, just in general, I've been really liking this brand, but this is one of their best known products. This was such a disappointment to me. This is Cleva's Natura Foresta Rumora shampoo. It was beautiful when it was full because there's an actual leaf in here that was floating in this bottle, and it looked so nice. It does not get my hair clean though. It just makes it greasy, and no matter what I did, I tried to make it work for my hair, it just wouldn't. So I ended up using it as a shower gel because it smelled really nice. However, it is not a cheap product. Definitely way too expensive for a shower gel, so I would not be getting this again. I know they make some other products. This brand makes some other shampoos, and I don't know if those are any better, but this one unfortunately was a big fail. I have a couple interestingly packaged things to show you here. This one's Logically Skin Multi-Lifting Cream, and what's interesting about it is instead of coming in a jar, it comes in a box. I left one here, one little packet. It's a good cream. Logically Skin has a lot of different technological advancements that they use, including some Nobel Prize winning research and things in cell aging. This particular cream I enjoyed, however, I feel like the packets don't have enough. I would really like to have more in there because there was barely enough to spread on my face, and I would have liked to have a little bit more for the face and neck, which is kind of funny because a lot of the times when I get samples from shops and things, the little sachets, I find that there's too much for one application in them, but in this case it really felt like there just was not enough. Here's Papa Recipe Bombi Honey Sleeping Mask. Came in this little tower. Again, I left one to show you. This individual pot. There's a lot in here. More probably than I needed for one individual use. I have used this on my hands a couple of times in the winter when it was really dry. This is both convenient and slightly wasteful because you're using so much individual plastic here as opposed to like a tube, let's say. Most of the year this is way too heavy of a product for my combination skin. It is way too nourishing. It worked really nice though on my hands when they were super dry. A little too expensive though to be a hand product, to be honest. I don't have anything bad to say. It's not something that I'm going to proactively try to acquire again. If it landed in my lap, I might keep some for the winter, but in general I think somebody with very dry skin might appreciate it more. This is an awesome cleanser. It's the Haru Haru Rice Cleanser, and I feel like a lot of Haru Haru products get love online, like their toner, but this one I barely see anybody talk about, and it was so awesome. Very gentle, easy to use. My only complaint about it is the tube size. I would have liked it to be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. That's not a deal breaker. One of my favorite face creams ever, Mary and May a Debonair cream. So lovely, and I liked it when I first started using it. It was already great. It became extra awesome once I started adapalene, which is a topical retinoid that can be potentially very drying. This alleviated all that dryness and initial flakiness as you get used to adapalene. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so sad that I'm out of it. Then I have a couple of aloe gels. The first one is a Etude House 99% Aloe Soothing Gel. It looks like this. It's a water-based product, super easy to use. I use these with microcurrent devices. So I wash my face, slap this on, use my microcurrent device. I have a whole video on that you can check out. Then I rinse it off and proceed with my skincare as usual. While this was getting close to being out, I ordered this one, and this is Isntree Aloe Soothing Gel. I expected that to be just like all the other aloe gels, but it's actually not. This has an oil in it, and I can't remember which one now. I can't remember if it was panthenol or squalane, but it is more moisturizing than a regular aloe gel, and it also cannot be used with microcurrent because you cannot use oils when you're using a microcurrent. So instead I used it up as a body moisturizer, and it was really actually good for that, and not sticky but still nice and nourishing, especially on the legs, especially after hair removal. So it was not a fail by any means. I just couldn't use it in the way that I thought I would be using it. I have several serums and ampules that I finished up. Here's the Skin 1004 Centella one that is just as popular as the toner I already showed. Also has that little nice picture on the back. Very nice and soothing product, very generous size. So sometimes if I had a body breakout or some sort of issue, I would even use it on the body because it's nice and big, and it definitely works really well. Nice soothing ampule if you're in the market for something like that. And this is V-Green Vegan Mucin Serum. Very interesting product. V-Green is all vegan and cruelty-free, but they make alternative to snail mucin products. This one uses a wild yam to reproduce some of the snail mucin benefits, and it has that very similar texture to snail mucin, that slip that you can get in the snail product. Really nice, actually. I have reviews on my blog for this, their toner, and their cream, and then since then they've released another serum that I also like, a Cica one, and I think now they just came out with a brand new cream as well that I haven't tried yet. So they're definitely growing, and they remind me somewhat of Purito when they started, where it's a very limited range of products, so with very particular sort of values in mind, and every product was a hit for my skin, and I'm having this very similar experience with this brand as well. One of my absolute favorites, I already opened the next one. I had a backup of this. This is the I'm From Honey Serum. So good. It is thicker than most serums that I've tried. It is almost like a gel cream. It smells like honey. It is wonderful. It's like a hug for the face, and especially using adapalene, this is just the best. It's amazing. I can't say enough good things about it. My only gripe is with the packaging. It is glass, which is great, but as you get toward the bottom here of the jar, it is very difficult to get the last drops out, and I even took this top part off and try to like shake stuff out. I stored it upside down even, but I can see that I'm still leaving some stuff behind, and I don't want to leave it behind. It is so nice. I want every last drop. Now that I see how much is left here, because the last time I used it I was shaking it out and it seemed like it was empty. Now that I see how much is actually left in here, I'm probably going to take like a Q-tip or something like that and try to scrape all of that out because I want it. This is Axis Y Advanced Aqua Boosting Ampule. I enjoyed it quite a bit. While I was using it, I noticed a bit of a scent, but not much. But a lot of people are telling me that it smells very strongly like rubbing alcohol. I didn't get that experience, and it wasn't drying on me. It was very nice and plumping and layered really well with other products. But if you're very sensitive to smells, maybe that's just something to keep in mind if you're considering this product. And then I have the best propolis product that I've ever tried, and this is not my first bottle, it's my second or maybe even third. It's by Wishtrend Polyphenols and Propolis 15% ampule. Nothing is better for my skin when it's breaking out, freaking out, is red or irritated than this. This is just lovely. It was my very first propolis product I've ever tried years ago, and I was impressed at the time as well. But I'm even more impressed now that I've tried some of the other things, like Cosrx Propolis is very popular, right? There's some other options out there, but every single time, this is still superior. I still have not found anything that I like more than this. A few eye things. First is Klairs Fundamental Eye Awakening Gel. It's a very light product. It has caffeine in it, if I remember correctly, which can be good for dark circles if your dark circles are caused by circulation issues. Dark circles are very tricky and have a lot of causes. most of them cannot be addressed with anything topical. But this was nice and refreshing and plumping and made me look like I get more sleep than I really do. I am very particular about eye products, especially if I'm going to use something in the morning, because I have oily lids and I don't want anything to feel heavy there or greasy or sticky. Plus I have hooded eyes and it just becomes this whole thing. So this was light enough to not make me mad, so I used it even in the mornings. Then this is an evening product that I also really liked. It's Dr. Different Vitalift A Eye and Neck Cream. It's a retinol, which is a type of retinoid that is more potent than retinol. And this is specifically formulated for the eyes and the neck. And there are multiple camps out there when it comes to eye creams. Some people say they're completely unnecessary and overpriced. Some say, yes, you do have to have a dedicated eye cream. For me personally, it just depends. Sometimes I like a dedicated eye product, especially since I have combination skin on my face, so a lot of the times I'll be using something for like oil control or whatever for my face, and that's not something I might want to have around the eyes. But when it comes to retinoids specifically, usually you don't want to use face retinoids on the eye area because they could be too strong. And so if you're going to use a retinoid on the eye area, I strongly suggest picking a formula made specifically for the eyes. And this one was a good one. Then I have this AHC Youth Lasting Real Eye Cream for Face. It was really nice, and I used to not notice the scent of this when I was using it just on the eyes, but toward the end there, I was applying it all over my face as well. It has a really cool nozzle. When applied to the face, I definitely can pick up the scent a lot more than when I'm just doing it on the eyes, but it's pleasant and I enjoyed it. Nice and plumping and nourishing. I liked it. Definitely a very generous size, and I think that's probably why it's called eye cream for face, that you can put it all over your face. My mom, who is here almost every day and usually doesn't comment on my skincare at all, she plucked this off of my vanity and was asking me what is going on in the world of Korean beauty that they need eye cream for face and how many eyes do they have. So it's definitely eye-catching. See what I did there? Yeah, okay. I'm here all week. And then I have the Sulwhasoo Time Treasure Invigorating Eye Cream. This was part of a mini set, and while definitely the rest of the products in the set felt mini, you know, they had a little emulsion, a little like toner, this one lasted me a long time because it just didn't take that much to apply to the eyes. Very, very rich and very fragrant. I think a little too rich for my skin, to be honest, and a little too fragrant for my skin also. When I used the whole line, the whole little set of this, my husband told me I smell like church camp. He should be writing his own skincare reviews, I think, because the gems that he drops in relation to skincare, I can't make this stuff up. I could not get out of him what church camp actually smelled like, other than apparently like luxury Korean skincare. So I don't know where he went to camp, but okay. I'm so glad I'm finally out of this Vomisa cleansing oil. This thing irritated my eyes really bad. So not a bad oil, but I had to be careful using it because I couldn't use it around my eyes, which makes it very somewhat useless, to be honest, because I put sunscreen around the eyes, and so I need to use a cleansing oil in the eye area as well, even if I'm not wearing makeup. I did use it on days when I didn't have anything on the eyes and just kind of try to avoid opening them while I washed my face. I also used it if I had body sunscreen on and needed to remove it. This is definitely a nice and quick way. However, I got this SPR, or I won it in a contest, I can't remember, but I didn't buy it. I would be pretty upset if I purchased this and then ended up using it on my body, because that's just too much money for a body sunscreen remover, in my opinion. This is a really nice day cream or night cream, especially for the summer, by Wishtrend Probiome Balance Cream. It was a gel cream. Tell me if this looks exactly like the Higgy cream that they just recently released. Like, seriously, looks the same color, the same kind of feel, very similar design. I think a lot of brands right now are jumping on this probiotic, biome supporting sort of skincare. As far as I know, there's just not that much science supporting it yet, but that doesn't mean it's not doing anything. As far as just the moisturizer, this was really nice and really light, but still plumping and hydrating. I scraped the last bits of this as best as I could. I did enjoy this, and if I got it again, I would happily use it again. This was a really interesting eye mask, and I haven't seen them like this before. Instead of being gel like most under eye patches that I've ever tried, these were cloth, which didn't honestly feel as luxurious as using hydrogel, but they also stayed on so well, much better than hydrogel ones do. I mean, hydrogel eventually stays on really nice as well once it warms up and kind of sticks to the skin, but these ones stuck right away. However, it really felt a little bit like putting wet paper towels under your eyes, so there's definitely a trade-off. I've been filming for way too long today, and this is the last video, and I can hear my children just losing their minds upstairs with their dad, so I am going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know if you tried any of these products or if you have any questions about any of them. Again, you can check out reviews for them on my blog. I'll try to put links in, but sometimes in these longer videos when I have so many products, I can't fit all the links in the description box because I run out of characters. So just let me know if you have any questions or if you can't find the review. You can find me on Instagram at KBeautyHobbit, on my blog KBeautyHobbit.com, and in my private Facebook group Korean Beauty Fanatics. I will see you in my next video, and until then, please remember to always listen to your skin and your kids if they're losing their minds. Thank you so much. Bye.